Well, I'm Hugh from All Prep. So here we've got a DC2900 and going to run through how to do the normal filter cleaning procedure, how to change the filters correctly without getting dust past the main filters and into the motor. So the normal filter cleaning procedure, you turn the vacuum on, either when the red light turns on or there's dust building up or you feel the vacuum isn't sucking how it should. You block off the suction with the hose back here. You can either block it over your hand or on the back of the vacuum here there's a toggle, so it holds on, builds up pressure while it's turned on. Then you open and shut this flap here 5 to 10 times, and then I like to hold that open and then turn it off so it lets the dust drop off the filter, and then give it a bang with the flap here. That helps to release all the dust off the filters and into the bag. And then at this point, it might be worth doing a bag change. Now you can turn the vacuum back on and keep vacuuming, but in this case, we're going to do a filter change, which is usually done every 300 hours or 12 months. We have these bolts on the locking latches that have to be removed. We put them there so that not just anyone can get into the filters to tamper with them. Unloosen the latches, and then when you take the motor off, you pull it directly up because the HEPA filter is attached. The HEPA filter we keep on like that on the motor so that it protects the dust getting into the motor. At this point, obviously this is a new machine, but if you're doing this to your machine that's been used with dust, you should have the correct mask and PPE gear on. In here we've got the main filter. The best way to remove that, because there'll be dust on the other side, hook another vacuum up. If you've got another vacuum, ideally put the inlet into here so that it can suck the dust away as you remove the filter. And the other trick is to put a bag over the top, and then you have to reach right into the filter and lever it off. You can give it a bang on the side to loosen off any dust. Pull it out into the bag like so that you contain all the dust and not have it go everywhere. Then you seal it off, tie it up, and that's the main filter. You may have dust on the outside of the filter housing, so it's important to clean that off with a wet wipe. Once you've got the bulk of the dust off, I like to give it a spray either with Fire Shine or silicone spray, just to encapsulate any of the dust so that you can wipe it off and not have it sitting there to go into the motor. So give that a spray. Obviously there's no dust in this one because it's new, but it's important to make it look like as new so there's no dust at all. The same thing so with the HEPA filter, and it's important if there is any dust on this part here to wipe that off, and then the silicone spray to make it as new. When you remove this HEPA filter, it's important when you put the new one on that the seal doesn't get damaged. This is a new one, so we're going to put it back on, but you always make sure you give it a firm press so it's fully in contact with the motor housing. Now we can put the new main filter in, just like so. Drop it in and give it a press down so it's sitting properly. We get the motor with the new HEPA and carefully place that in so it doesn't damage the HEPA as you put it in. Then we can lock the latches on and put the bolts back in so that no one else can tamper with the filter. Then you can continue working. And it's important to note that you shouldn't have to remove the filter to clean it. That should only be done when you replace it. The filter cleaning procedure is only the one that we went through at the start, so the opening and shutting the orange flap. So trust that helps. Thank you.